What is good, y'all? Back again, another video, and today I'm bringing some Spine Chillin' Saturday. I know what y'all thinking. Where you been at, man? Where you been at with the video? Where you been at with the reaction? Okay. Listen to me. I've been doing a bunch of stuff. I've been working. I've been making other videos. I've been honestly, I've been trying to take some time for myself. I've been trying to do a lot. I even bought a VR headset. Hold on. I even bought a VR headset so I can make VR gameplay. Yeah, listen. I'm really trying to do it up. I really am. But enough with the excuses. Let's get into it. All right, y'all. First animation of tonight, we have True School. Yeah, where's my speech at? Because obviously it's not speeching. We have True School Lockdown Horror Stories animated by IMR Scary Tales. Now, enough being said, let's get into it.
3 students from Westlake High had gone missing in the past month. The police were out on the hunt.
Hold on, wait, he said hi. Why is one dude 12 years old? Bruh, why is he 12 years old? John, what are you doing in high school, bro?
Students from Westlake High had gone missing in the past month. The police were out on the hunt. Some said they'd been spotted at the abandoned mall on Route 16. Others whispered about a van circling the neighborhoods around school. Our parents started driving us to class. Teachers patrolled hallways during breaks, and the district implemented twice-weekly lockdown drills just to be safe. The first thing I noticed wasn't his face, it was the smell. Copper and chemicals, like pennies soaked in bleach. Our regular history teacher had been out.
Bruh, who hired this dude? Who hired him? Bro, who said, I trust that guy with my kids? Absolutely. Alrighty, you're hired. And don't worry, we don't need any type of backstory, or we don't need any type of background. You can go along. Just make sure you teach them well. Bruh, somebody. He's obviously missing from rehab. Please.
Sick for 3 days. This substitute, Mr. Rowan, carried himself differently from other teachers. While he wrote on the whiteboard, his sleeve inched up, revealing a dark stain his hasty washing hadn't quite removed. I was still staring, trying to piece it all together, when the lockdown alarm blared. The classroom froze. This wasn't the half-hearted monthly drill tone. This was the shrill, pulsing wail they'd only tested once, the one that meant inescapable danger. "Everyone under your desks," Mr. Rowan said, unnervingly calm. He didn't look one bit surprised. As we scrambled for cover, I caught a glimpse through the classroom window. Police cars silently pulling into the parking lot, officers crouching behind vehicles, weapons drawn. My heart hammered against my ribs. My uncle's a cop. Those weren't positions for a drill. Mr. Rowan didn't follow protocol. He didn't check the lock or turn off the lights. Instead...
Okay, obviously this dude doesn't know he's obviously the criminal. Like what? He's obviously the bad guy. Yeah, I got cops outside. He's obviously the diddler. Okay? This dude's trying not to go back to jail. Who even let this guy pass security?
Instead, he pulled down the blinds with deliberate slowness, watching the police through the narrow gap.
Yeah. Somebody's cooked. And when I say cooked, I mean deep fried.
Something changed in his face, a tightening around the eyes, a twitch at the corner of his mouth. That's how I knew they were here for him. I reached for my phone, but his hand clamped down on my wrist. His grip was crushing, nothing like a teacher's warning touch. "No phones, Hannah." His whisper had raised the hair on my neck. "I know you're a good girl." We hadn't...
Excuse me, sir? You know I'm a what? Yo, if you don't get your hands off me in the next 0.5 seconds, we're about to have a problem, sir. Release me. Get off, okay? Get them dirty, fecal mattered hands away from me, okay? Get them off before they get cut off. You know what I'm saying?
Done roll call. His other hand emerged from his pocket holding a hunting knife. Not a small pocket knife, but a serrated
Y'all, who the fuck let this guy inside the fucking school? Like, bro, who let this dude inside the school? His pocket? His pocket. I don't think y'all understand. Hold on, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. Okay. Try not to freak out. Do not report me for this. But this, y'all, this is what they saying about a survival tactical knife, okay? This is a survival hunting knife. That is literally what that is. How did he get how did he even put this in his pocket without the sheath, okay? Usually when you get something like this, it comes with a sheath. You're telling me this dude put this into his pocket. He put this joint in his pocket, okay? This went inside of his pocket. How is he not stabbing himself when he walks? How is he not cutting his leg? How is it not piercing through his pocket? How can nobody see this? Because first of all, if this was in your pocket, somebody's going to notice. You cannot hide this. Not at all. You can't hide this. You can't. There's literally no way. There is no way you can hide that.
tactical blade at least 6 inches long. The kind hunters used to gut deer. The fluorescent lights caught its edge as he turned it slowly. Everybody's phones now. Tyler caught my eye from beneath his desk. His jaw was set, and I recognized the look. The same one he'd had before breaking his arm jumping off Miller's Cliff last summer.
About an hour ago, Theo airballed the game-winning shot.
Zaxby's, real quick. Does it look like I want fucking chicken right now? I just made some chicken downstairs literally 30 minutes ago. Does it look like I want chicken right now? I just made some fried chicken. I don't want your chicken right now, Zaxby's. Okay? I don't want your MSG. Shove it up your hoo-ha and leave me alone. Get off my screen.
Reckless determination. I shook my head fractionally. You know what's funny? Mr. Rowan said, collecting phones in a metal trash can. How easy it is, walking in with a briefcase and a smile. He chuckled. No one checks, no one inquires. You just say you're from the district office, and they hand you a classroom full of...
Of course they do. Of course they do. They let this psycho inside. And then Tyler looking at her like he about to be the hero. Bro, you're about to get stabbed. Let alone be a hero. Bro's cooked. Yo, these folks are cooked.
Kids. A soft whimper came from somewhere in the room. He whirled toward the sound, nostrils flaring. Shut up! His voice changed, dropping any pretense of normalcy. Or I'll give them something to find besides the janitor. Janitor? I froze. Mr. Keller had been missing since Monday. Suddenly,
Bro
a
killed
knock
the
at door
janitor?
made everyone flinch.
Mr. Rowan?
Miss Riley's panic-filled voice boomed. In one fluid motion, he grabbed me, pressing the knife against my throat while pointing it threateningly at the rest of the class. His eyes swept the room with a promise.
Actually, you can actually get away from him. He's in a very compromising position. Because, number one, the blade is pointing away from her neck. It's literally on the opposite side. Which means the only thing left is the saw. And anything you know about a saw, it takes a lot of force to cut something. And you have to go back and forth. Back and forth. Now, mind you, some saws are sharp and they cut as soon as they touch. But that is a knife saw. That is a back saw on a knife. it's not gonna cut you instantly. You'll get a scratch or two. I won't lie. You'll bleed a little bit. But the best thing you can do in this situation, the best thing you can do is poke this dude in the eye. Get your ass up and run. And throw that trash can at him where you at it. That's the best thing you could do. Just make sure you don't get stabbed.
That screamed, "Make a sound," and I start with her. Through the door's small window, I could see only Miss Riley's silhouette, not her face. She couldn't see what was happening inside either.
They're evacuating the East Wing. They found...
Her voice dropped.
Just stay put until officers clear your hallway.
Found what? My pulse roared in my ears.
They found the janitor.
All present, he called back. The moment she left, my chair creaked. I had shifted. His head snapped, pupils dilated so wide his eyes looked black. You moved, he said, voice eerily childlike. No one's supposed to move during lockdown. He lunged, grabbing my hair and yanking me up. The knife pressed under my jaw, cold metal against my pounding pulse. All of you, he commanded. Against the wall. My classmates stood up.
You don't step on this dude's foot.
You're coming with me, he whispered in my ear.
You're coming with me is insane. You're coming with me is insane. You're coming with me is insane. I ain't gonna lie. If y'all wonder why I keep looking over here, like, bro, I'm trying to make sure there ain't no entities or no unwanted guests are in my room. My room is dark as shit. I ain't got no lights on. I decided I wanted to up the fear factor. I ain't gonna hold you. I just spit a little bit. It was on an accident. Shut the fuck up.
His breath hot and sour. Suddenly, Tyler launched himself from behind a desk, swinging the metal leg.
Yo, why is Tyler running like that? Hold on.
Suddenly, Tyler launched himself from behind a desk, swinging.
Yo, why Tyler look like he finna get one shot?
The metal leg he twisted off of his chair. It connected with the substitute's knee with a sickening crunch. The man howled, slashing wildly. The blade caught Tyler's arm, opening a gash that immediately bloomed crimson. But the distraction was enough. I slammed my elbow into his rib.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Tyler sucks, bruh. Bro, this dude ran up to him, full speed, hit him in the leg. That was it. Hit him in the leg. He didn't go from the leg to the head. He didn't try to go from the leg and then stab him in the eye or anything. He didn't do any of that. This dude hit the leg and said, well, that's all it should take. And then just stood there until he got cut. Yo, what are we doing? Tyler, you don't need to be a hero. You don't need to. You don't need to be. Please.
And broke free.
Everyone get him!
I lunged for the classroom phone, jabbing the emergency.
Yo, she said everybody get him. This dude has a knife. Ain't nobody coming to the rescue.
Button.
Room 207!
I screamed into the receiver.
He's got a weapon! He's not a teacher!
The substitute's face
why he
contorted
walking
with
so-
rage. He limped toward me, knife
Yo,
raised
is Tyler
high.
dead?
I've gutted people for less! He snarled, lunging forward, but Tyler tackled him from behind. He crashed into desks, a tangle of limbs and blood and fury. Other students joined in now, desperation overcoming fear, throwing books, chairs, anything to slow him down. The door burst open. 2 officers rushed in, weapons raised, shouting commands that blurred together in my adrenaline-soaked brain. The substitute was pinned, cuffed, dragged upright. As they pulled him past me, he turned, his face inches from mine, and smiled. Promising, terrible, like a death mask carved from flesh. You disappoint me, Hannah, he whispered, so softly only I could hear. I know where you sit, what you smell like when you're afraid. They shoved him forward, but he looked over his shoulder, mouthing 2 words. Next time. Later, we learned the truth. Samuel Ketch was a man wanted in 3 states for crimes against kids and teenagers. He'd walked out of a maximum security psychiatric ward 2 days earlier, leaving 3 orderlies dead with their throats cut, the same way they'd found Mr. Keller, our janitor, stuffed behind the boiler in the East Wing basement. The real substitute had been found in the trunk of his own car, 3 miles from the school. Sometimes at night, I can hear that soft click of the box cutter. I've switched schools, but I check the substitute's cuffs every time a regular teacher is out.
Yo, quick question. God damn this. Yo. Why y'all? Well, what is this? Does it look like I need lipstick? Just saying, does it look like I need EOS? Whatever the fuck that is. Does it look like I need it? Bro. Get this dumbass shit off my screen. Okay, that's better. Yo. If this dude came from a psychiatric ward, how in the hell did this dude get a survival knife? Cause there ain't no way you gonna tell me he keistered it. There's no way. There is no way. Y'all cannot tell me this dude got a survival knife and he just came from a psychiatric ward. Cause bruh, what? Yo, what? Somebody please, cause some ain't making sense. It ain't making sense. Alright, y'all. Next animation up for tonight, we have The Man with No Mouth by Mr. Friend. Let's get into it. Timothy and the Man with No Mouth. That's Timothy?
It was an ordinary night at the Green residence.
Chalamet, huh?
And little Timothy was getting ready to begin his maths homework on his new computer he'd received for his birthday. The only trouble was, Timothy wasn't very good at maths.
Bro, Timothy might be dumb. Like, bro, it's 30 divided by 5. Just count how many times it takes 5 to get to 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's 6 times. Which means 30 divided by 5 is 6. Timothy, use your fingers. Use your fingers.
It was far past Timothy's bedtime, and he had still not made any headway. "Oh, why is maths so hard?" Timothy exclaimed.
Timothy, you might be stupid. I ain't gonna hold you. You might be stupid. I ain't gonna lie. You need to be put in some different classes. Maybe the special kind. Because honestly, bro, if you can't get that, you might not be very bright.
At that moment, Timothy heard a noise coming from the back garden. What was that? Timothy looked out of the window to see what made that noise. It was very dark. I could have sworn I heard something from out there. Huh? Timothy took another peek out of the window.
What the fuck?
He definitely saw something this time.
Timothy, close the
blinds. A naked figure standing in the middle of the garden.
A naked figure. Timothy, close the blinds. Call mommy and daddy. Something ain't right. There is a naked man in the backyard. What are you waiting for? Call 911.
It was looking right at little Timothy, and it cocked its head and waved.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. No, sirree. Bro, I'm putting up the middle finger and I'm saying bye-bye.
Who on earth is that? Timothy gasped with affright.
There you go, little
He
Timmy.
didn't want whoever that was looking into his room. Who was that? Why did they have no clothes on?
Call the 911.
100 questions raced through young Timothy's mind. But then he quickly remembered. He still had to finish his maths homework by tomorrow. 30 divided by 5. Oh.
He just wasting time at this point.
Just when Timothy was drifting off into sleep, he heard something right outside his window. Huh?
Timothy, 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 Timothy. Go get your mom and dad. Go get mommy and daddy. Call 911, please. 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 There is a knock on your window. And the last thing you saw was a naked man. He was naked. Go get mommy and daddy, please.
Timothy knew he shouldn't go and see her. But he was a curious little chap.
Oh, nah. Look at that. Look at that. Dog, if that ain't the most devious face I have ever seen in my life, then I don't know what is. Look at that. Look at that. He's bald. He has no mouth, has no nose, and he got two big old eyeballs, and he's naked. Why is he naked? Sir. Sir. Sir, I'm gonna need you to put your clothes back on, man. This ain't right. You shouldn't be doing this, man. This is unprofessional. This is unprofessional.
Who on earth are you? What on earth are you?
Something
The
you
man
shouldn't be
at the window
conversating
stayed
with.
completely silent.
He has
Where's
no
your
mouth.
mouth? Why were you hiding in my garden? What do you want?
You.
Huh? What are you trying to say? Huh? My maths problem? Are you trying to help me with my homework? Well, I see. Timothy slid over to his computer and cautiously pressed the number 6 on his keyboard. By gosh, you were right. The answer was indeed 6. How smart you are. Timothy went back over to the window. You're not so scary after all. You just wanted to help me with my homework. Is that right?
Bro has known him for 30 seconds. He's already saying that he's not a dangerous person. You've known him for 30 seconds. And why of all things would he just want to help you with your math homework? Why? Timothy, you gotta... We're not using all of our brain cells tonight.
Huh? Do you want to come inside?
Timothy.
Timothy. I'm not sure. I'm not really supposed to be talking to strangers.
Timothy!
Let them in my bedroom. I'll tell you what though, Since we're now friends, you can come back tomorrow and help me with tomorrow's questions.
Timothy.
The man then slunk off into the night as Timothy went to bed.
What the fuck? Bruh. The hell?
Huh?
Timothy. And this man gonna creep back up. Creepy as shit. Dog.
This may be the last ad you ever see. Because with the free ad block extension from Capital One Shopping, you can say goodbye to ads on sites like YouTube.
You know something? I'm about to say
Right.
goodbye to you.
No more interruption.
You know something? I don't even care that I get ads. But what you're not finna do is come on here, interrupt my video, talking about getting no ads. Like you're not an ad yourself. Get off of my screen!
The next evening, Timothy went up to his room to get started on his new maths homework.
Yeah, where are Timmy's parents?
Once again, it was very difficult, and he was struggling to solve it. Timothy went over to the window and looked out into the garden. Hello? Mr. No Mouth? Are you there? Everything was silent. Oh, I guess I'll have to solve this one myself then. At that moment, Timothy heard a familiar whistling coming from outside. His new friend was back. Timothy was very relieved. Thank goodness you're back. You can help me with my homework now. What's the answer? The man stared at the computer screen. What's the matter? Is it too difficult? Well, come and take a closer look.
No. Timothy, what are you doing? Timothy, what are you doing? Timothy!
I'm so glad you're here to help me. It's wonderful to have a friend like you now. By the way, I was wondering, how do you whistle when you have no mouth?
Timothy, you're cooked. Timothy, you're cooked. Ah. Mm. Ain't gonna lie, Timothy deserved it. Timothy's stupid.
And that was the end of little Timothy.
Yeah. And I know it's crazy. It's 3 times 3. It's 3 times 3. All Timothy had to do was take 3 and said, hey, 3 times 3. So basically, I'm just multiplying 3 by 3. And what's 3 times 1? 3 times 1 is 3. So 3 times 2 is 6. And 3, so 3 times 3, 6 plus 3, that equals 9. So it must be 9. Multiplication is literally just addition. That is literally all multiplication is. It's literally just addition. If you have 3, and you have to times it by 3, so 3 is being added 3 times. 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9. Guys, it's not that difficult. It's literally just addition. Timothy, you deserved it. I ain't gonna lie, buddy. This was 100% your fault. Yeah, he did say he would help. Alright, y'all, this is tonight's horror story. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for coming. I hope y'all got spooked. Hope y'all got scared. Hope y'all was trembling in y'all diapers. But, you know, something might come up and scare you. Okay. My bad. But thank y'all for coming to watch this Spine Chilling Saturdays. I am your host, Strength is Absolute. I thank you for coming again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for seeing your boy one more time. Anyway, remember, Strength is Absolute. I'll see y'all again next time, and peace.